From WRAL, coverage you can count on.
Let's get right to this breaking news here at 4 o'clock. Raleigh police have a neighborhood blocked off with a large law enforcement presence, including SWAT teams there. It comes as Raleigh police are searching for shooters after a string of unexplained, seemingly random roadway shootings. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dan Haggerty.
And I'm Ashley Rowe. The most recent shooting happened just before 9 this morning near NC State's Centennial campus.
We have a team of reporters covering this as Raleigh police work to find a suspect here before anyone shoots again. Let's get right to Chelsea Donovan. Chelsea, give us an idea of where you are and what you're learning.
All right, so Dan, obviously this is a bit unconventional in the way that we're coming to you, and we're coming to you through the safety of our vehicle, and we're not going to tell you exactly where we are to protect the integrity of this investigation that is now spanning 4 days with Raleigh police. We can say that we're in a neighborhood near where that shooting happened earlier this morning, and that was near Centennial campus, Trailwood and Tryon Road area. And so now there is a large police presence here in this neighborhood. We've seen, as you mentioned, SWAT teams, men with long guns, flashbangs, things of that nature. Nothing has happened now, but this entire neighborhood is blocked off. We want to show you some video and some sound that we captured earlier today with one of the I-40 shooting victims and a witness to this morning's incident. Gunfire hit this white car just before 9 a.m. off Trailwood Road, which runs over I-40. You can see it hit very close to the man who was in the driver's seat right next to his mirror. He escaped and told us he was startled as he headed off to work. NC State students who live next to where this car was shot were rattled this morning.
I was like, I'm just not going to leave. So I emailed my teachers and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. I took a picture of the cop cars.
It's the 7th shooting incident in the span of 4 days near I-40. New pictures show a new bullet hole through the windshield of Shannon DeFree's truck, who lives in Butner. His passenger door window shattered, all while on his way to work going east on I-40 near Chapel Hill Road Wednesday before 5 a.m.
And I heard a big explosion, and glass came inside on the right side. I had no idea what happened.
All right, so we're now seeing more activity here in this neighborhood. A lot of Raleigh police officers dressing now in tactical gear. We're just keeping a vigilance right now and kind of, like I said earlier, keeping our head in a swivel. We cannot go anywhere at the moment. We are kind of completely locked into this crime scene. This is a situation that's been unfolding, as we mentioned, for 4 days now. Raleigh police have not given us a suspect as to who they're looking for. If this person has been doing these shootings from in a vehicle, like you heard from Mr. DeFreeze, he believes a shot was coming from the vehicle or coming from the woods. Obviously, this is still a very fluid situation and a very active investigation. And obviously, we believe that this situation in which we're at now could be part of that. And so we're going to stay put here safely and bring you the latest as we get more information.
All right, Chelsea. Yeah, as Chelsea mentioned, Raleigh police have been leaving many questions unanswered. They had a briefing this morning.
And there was a lot more that we wanted to learn from that briefing. We are expecting another update from them around 4:30 or so. So hopefully we can have some of those questions answered. And those questions are pretty simple ones. You know, is the NC State shooting that they were investigating connected to the highway shootings? Why haven't they released a suspect or vehicle description from the string of highway shootings? And how can police say, which they did say, that there was no credible threat here, because it certainly feels different than that.
And people are anxious, right? WRAL's Sean Gallagher was at Raleigh PD's briefing. Sean, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Ashley, so Raleigh PD tells us that they were investigating this shooting near NC State's campus as its own singular incident, but there are a number of similarities to the highway shootings that we've seen this week, including the location. I'm less than half a mile from where today's shooting took place, and look at where I am, right above I-40, where a number of these other shootings have taken place as well. So far this week, 7 total vehicles struck by gunfire, and 6 of those are the highway shootings we've been reporting on, and that 7th right here on Trailwood Drive. But RPD, again, not connecting these shootings at this point. But connected or not, the people I spoke to today are terrified, with their concern levels rising every single day, that this continues with no arrests and really no information from law enforcement about what they're looking for.
It's only terrifying because the lack of knowledge of it.
It's definitely like scary.
those people need to be put away, in my opinion. They're dangerous.
And Mayor Marianne Baldwin tells me that she hasn't been given any new information about this investigation, but she tells me Deputy Chief Rico Boyce is somebody who she trusts, and he is very transparent. So she says we should take him at his word that there is no credible threat in this area related to this specific shooting. Sean Gallagher, WRAL News in Raleigh.
And this is Brian Schrader in the WRAL Live Center. All this week, drivers on that side of Raleigh have been extra cautious, paying attention there on that section of I-40 where these shootings have happened between the Chapel Hill Road interchange through the US 1, Buck Jones Road area, all the way down toward Gorman Street. Right now, traffic's flowing pretty well out there, except for some delays on the eastbound side of I-40 because of a crash right around Carytown Boulevard. But this is the area where police have been increasing patrols all this week.
All right, Brian, thank you. And we will continue to follow this breaking story and bring you the very latest developments on the air and online as soon as they become available.